perfection in action. And I said, it seems like we all want to have perfection in our life, but it's missing. So there is a question mark. And what is perfection in action? Effortlessness. But I would add one more thing today, and I would say, no harm to anybody and at least some benefit to somebody. No harm to anybody. So your intention is supposed to be this way, that no harm to anybody and at least some benefit to somebody. And you can be that buddy as long as you're not hurting others for your growth. That means you can be selfish altogether as long as you're not harming others for your selfish purpose. So perfection in action. If it is missing, it's missing due to mal, the first defect of mind. And what is it? I said dust, dirt. And what is the dust and the dirt of mind? I would say desires, anger, arrogance, greed, attachment, jealousy. So these were the few things we went on discussing as the dust or the dirt particle over the mirror. So now it seems like we try and fight out the desire, but the more like we go and study books of spirituality, and they say like desires are the one causing problem to the human being. And it seems like there are so many people trying to drop their desires in the name of spirituality, and they're struggling a great deal because it seems like we're trying to fight out the symptoms. We need not to fight down the desire. It seems like we cannot really drop the desires, and we discussed it that the only way out of desire is to fulfill it. But we need to understand what is the real desire underneath all those desires we have. People are trying to fight out anger. They think like, oh, I have an oath that I'm not going to be angry from here onwards, and here comes something. They again reflect anger. So I cannot really force my anger to go away. I cannot really force my arrogance to go away. I cannot really force these things out. These are the symptoms telling me something about myself. So I need to understand that thing and correct it over there instead of fighting these things. So there are people having inner conflict because it seems like they don't want to be angry, but even then they express anger. I don't want to be angry because we all have experienced that in the moment when we are angry, we have all sorts of reason to define it and why it's needed in that moment. But the next day, we all experience like, oh, it was not needed actually. And then we experience guilt actually. It was not needed. So we cannot really fight these things out, but these are the symptoms to tell me something. And perfection in action, if it is missing, that means the next one was the state of effortlessness.